In this video we're going to talk about subdomain duplication. This is part of a series of videos where we cover all kinds of canonical duplication and canonicalisation problems. Now, subdomain duplication typically falls into one of three categories. Either there's a mobile site on a subdomain, or a multilingual or multi-regional site that can also exist on a subdomain. Or, and this is a little bit rarer, you get a staging server that's hosting a new version of a website that's being created that's on a subdomain but hasn't been excluded from the index and it's been picked up by Google for some reason. Now, the first two are completely legitimate reasons to have duplicate content on your subdomains, but they have to be handled properly. Now, if you don't handle the mobile site properly, then you could get your mobile site appearing in the desktop results and your desktop site appearing in the mobile results. So handling that properly really enables Google to understand what version of your site should be shown under what circumstances. And with the multi-regional or lingual sites, again here, if you're using subdomains to target different regions, then you need to set that correctly with the hreflang attribute. And this is done a little bit differently to most canonicalisation issues, and we cover this in more depth in our guide to multilingual and multi-regional sites, as well as a separate guide on the hreflang attribute. But essentially you use the hreflang attribute to canonicalise your sites between the regions and languages, and use canonical tags within those regions and languages, but not across them. Again, we cover this in more depth in another guide. Now, with a staging server, this is just typically a flat-out error and shouldn't be the case. If you've got your staging server indexed, you need to put a no index tag on each of the pages, or a disallow in the robots.txt to prevent the subdomain from being crawled or from being indexed. And whilst that's under construction, it's also worth canonicalising those pages to their genuine counterparts on the actual domain. It's also important not to link to the subdomain if you don't want that subdomain to be picked up. It's one thing to have the site, the subdomain exist. If there's no links to it at all, then it might be very unlikely that Google will actually find it. So you can preempt this problem by not linking to it, from adding a disallow in the robots or a no index tag on each of the pages. But it's also important that when you launch the staging server into the live site or live environment, that you then update these components. So if you've got self-referential canonical tags that are including the subdomain within the staging server, or you've got links that include the subdomain, then obviously they need to be changed to reflect the actual site. And if you've got no index tags on these pages, they'll need to be removed when you launch them as well. And so this really leads us into the conclusion of this. But if your site is suffering from any specific subdomain duplication, check out our other videos on either the mobile site, multi-regional lingual sites, and on staging servers. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in learning more about this, then you can visit raptor-dmt.com or check out some of our other videos. Thanks for watching.